Hey guys! Hey! Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm gonna be talking about Disney's quarter 4 earnings call and all that. Because there's some stuff I want to talk about in this video here and all that. This is gonna be, once again, this is gonna be a thoughts and theories video because I don't feel like I'm gonna make this stuff much of a news-related video anymore because I kind of want to save my news-related videos for things that people can look forward to and all that. So, yeah. But I will say that in this video I will not be just talking about the thoughts on the earnings call, particularly that happened yesterday, but I will also be talking about. The Simpsons thing, because apparently Homer is no longer able to strangle his son or something like that. But I'll get into that in a second. So yeah, anywho guys, before I do that, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. It will really help me out a lot. And sorry if I'm echoing. I don't know why that happens, but sometimes in the living room I echo and sometimes I don't. I don't get that. So I usually sit on the couch. I usually don't sit anywhere else, so I don't know why that is, but sorry about the little echoing if you guys are hearing echoing in the background. But anywho, let's go ahead and start the video. So, before we start talking about the earnings call, I want to get this out of the way with The Simpsons. Because The Simpsons, if you guys don't know, The Simpsons, a lot of people are not happy with the direction The Simpsons are heading towards, and people are saying that The Simpsons, people have not liked The Simpsons for a long time. Like, even way before Disney took over and all that, a lot of people are saying that The Simpsons has kind of sucked and all that. Some people are saying it's getting a little bit better now, but others just don't really care to watch the show anymore. But one thing people are complaining about are some of the stupid changes that The Simpsons has been making since Disney has took over Fox. And one of those changes is that I'm going to be talking about, like I just said at the beginning of the video, is talking about Homer apparently is no longer able to strangle his son, is what people are saying and all that. And yeah, it is kind of stupid. It's a little stupid and all that, but I'm gonna tell you guys about this, that this is not the only change they've been kind of doing with The Simpsons, because Disney owns Fox now. They've been doing other stuff too. Like, they've been replacing the voice actors by making their skin, the voice actors match the characters' skin colors and all that. Which I hate, because they freaking do this all the time on the live action remakes they're making. They freaking do this all the time. They literally do this all the time. Like, they race swapped Ariel. They're race swapping Snow White, and then they're also race swapping characters like Lilo and Lilo and Stitch, the live action remake they're making. I hear their skin colors are not gonna be as darkened and all, so they're not gonna look like the characters. And again, you could argue that that's not really a big deal. But the thing is though, number one, it's stupid because Disney is freaking, like I just said, they have a problem with freaking different skin colored people voicing characters in these adult shows. But then they freaking turn around and do this with their live action remakes all the time. And another thing is, though, the second thing is that this is just kind of stupid anyway, because no one can tell what skin color the characters are and all that. With the live action remakes, people can tell all the time. People can easily tell because the character doesn't look like themselves and all that, and that's what I hate. I hate that, and some people get upset and offended by that stuff. But I'm like, I mean that's the whole point of the live action remakes is they're supposed to. I mean, they don't have to be exactly like the movies because you want to make them a little bit different, but you want people to know what they're watching. When you change the story too much of the character's design, it looks nothing like them. At that point, you might as well just create a whole new movie, But I don't know. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm actually here. That is one thing that people are upset about. Another thing people are upset about with freaking, Disney's version of The Simpsons is they apparently this is what something people are complaining about is The Simpsons is making it where Homer can no longer strangle Bart, is what they're saying. Now the thing is here's the thing, this is where I kind of want to have my opinion in all this. See, here's the thing, people are saying that Homer has not strangled his son for a long time. Like apparently he hasn't strangled it for a long time. I haven't really been keeping up with the show, so I don't know. But I do know that people are saying that that The Simpsons has not done that for a while. But then there's other people who have said that Homer does it still occasionally, but now they're stopping the gag altogether. And the reason why they're doing that is apparently because it's harmful or something that they're trying to make it good, because they don't want to give, basically they don't want to give a bad message to people watching the show or kids or something like that. I don't know. It's so stupid. It is freaking stupid. What Disney has freaking done in The Simpsons. Now, I watched The Simpsons growing up, and I was never a huge fan of it, and I watched the earlier seasons. But I could see why some people would like it. Now it's just they keep making all these stupid changes, trying to make it not more kid friendly and all that, and because freaking Disney has a problem with it. I guarantee hardly anyone has had a problem with The Simpsons where Homer strangles his son. And again, it's supposed to be a kids show. It's a kids show. It's not meant to be funny and all that. And I agree with some people saying that it did get old after a while, because it did. It's just the same gag over and over again. It does kind of get old after a while, but that's the thing. That was the point. It was kind of a nice little gag, and they started using it less and less. But then they start, they literally just freaking quit. They're gonna quit doing the gag and all that. I guess because Disney has a problem with it or something like that. And you could say though, what the new Treehouse of Horror, the new Treehouse of Horror has a gag where because I saw clips of it, where there's a bunch of Homer Simpsons, because Homer turns everyone into Homer Simpsons himself and all that, and there's one where he's one person strangling a Milhouse version of him and all that. But I think that one was already planned out and all that. But I thought the future going forward and all, I feel like it's not gonna go very well. Right now, I hear people are saying The Simpsons is getting better again, but the problem is then I thought they're gonna go right back to where they're at, because Disney's gonna keep making these stupid changes to this show that don't need to be changed, because no one has a problem with it. And yeah, there are some people here and there, but I'm if you got a problem with it, don't watch the show, And I know I hate people when they tell me that, live action remakes, but these are just people that complain about these small little details and all that. And yeah, I'm just complaining about, here I'm complaining about, them, changing people's, designs and casting random people to play characters in a show and all that. But I mean, or like a live action remake. But the thing is with those are supposed to be, you know, remakes and all that. They're supposed to represent the original in some sort of way. And, you know, when you change the characters' designs, it doesn't feel like, you know, like the original. Like, it feels like it's a whole different, it might as well be a whole different movie. But, I don't know. But, I don't know if this will stay true or not. I don't know. I'm just going off what people are saying, but I do know Disney has done this before with characters. They've done this before. Even Family Guy, they've had, of course, the voice actor for you know, for Cleveland came out and said that he doesn't want to do it because he doesn't feel like it's right for him to voice have a white person voicing a black character. But again, he had no problem with doing it like over 20 years before freaking Disney took over. Actually, I guess it was about 20 years because I believe it was 2019 when they changed it. I don't know when they changed it, but yeah, it's just freaking stupid. It really is stupid that they you know, like, they keep doing this stuff. They keep censoring all their crap and all that. I'm about sick of it. Like, I am. Everyone's sick of it. But I don't know, but I just wanted to give out my thoughts on that because it's kind of short and all that, and that's kind of why I was saving this for the earnings call, because I want to talk about this earnings call thing. So now we're going to talk about the earnings call. The earnings call, now I've seen the Warner Brothers one. I'll probably talk about that one later too. I'm not going to talk about it right now, but I want to talk more about this one because this is one because I already had a video planned for this. That's why I'm talking about it right now, because technically the Warner Brothers one came first. But one thing I'm going to say here is, I'm not going to lie, this earnings call was very cringed. Like, it felt very cringed. Like, it started off alright, like, you know, this lady was asking Bob Iger questions and all that. Like, it started off, like, the first minute or two started off all right. Like, it did. It started off all right, like you're having a normal conversation. But then it's like, then he starts, like, you know, like, he starts, you know, stumbling across, like, always, like, stumped on things and all that. Because basically you know, I do that on my videos, and I've looked back at some of my older videos. Some of them are a little bit cringed. But the thing is, though, is he's doing it on purpose, though. He's doing it on purpose because he's trying to not answer the questions because he does that all the time. People report that he's been doing that. I've only watched this earnings call because I really don't care about Disney much anymore to watch this stuff. But I just wanted to have my own thoughts on this because now we got South Park making fun of Disney and all that, and like people are at the point where they are just so tired of Disney's stupid decisions, and that's why I'm doing this now, because I'm like, you know what, I might as well talk about my thoughts on it now, because you would think maybe they would try to fix some of this stuff. But the thing is, though, he's saying a lot of this stuff. He's saying a lot of this stuff, like he's not even saying that there's anything wrong with the company. Now, I will tell you guys, the Warner Brothers call, David Lasley, I think is who was on the phone. I can't remember. But David Lasley was at least, you know, like, was talking about how the company is struggling in ways. Bob Iger is just being completely honest. I mean, not honest, I mean being positive, sorry. He ain't being honest. He ain't being very honest. Like, he's basically, whenever people will ask questions, he'll like even when they get to the phone call, he'll like start like, he'll talk for like 2 or 3 minutes without not talking. It gets very tiresome to listen to after a while. It really does. And I'm just saying that this guy is just not, he ain't doing much to fix the company and all that. And there was like only 3 or 4 people were able to do calls on this because it freaking took forever it took forever just to get to the calls on this one because because they went, because, Bob Iger's stalling time and all that, and he has this I guess this Coke guy here that used to work for the Coke products. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the Coke products, but I gotta say, I do like some. Like, I do think Coca-Cola is alright. It's alright. It just never was my huge thing, but I don't know what sodas classify as Coke and Pepsi products, but I don't know. But I do know that, like, that they now have a new CFO in there. It's a Coke guy, a guy who used to work for Coke and all that. So I think Disney is part of the Coke brand or something. They don't. I don't think they make a whole lot of money off of Coke, but I think they do use Coke products for their company and their parks and stuff like that. So that's interesting. I don't know if they use Pepsi too or not. I think they use it mostly Coke. I don't know, but I don't really go to their parks. I wanted to when I was little, but after hearing stories about people breaking bones, rides stop working. Well, I wouldn't ride on the rides anyway because I'm scared of heights and all that. I really am. I'm scared of heights. But I used to want to go there and walk around, and go. I wanted to go in the castle and all that, but now it's so freaking expensive and all that. And they took away a lot of the nostalgic stuff to it. I don't even want to go anymore. But yeah, the thing is though, yeah, I heard people saying about that there are a lot of Coke product sodas in there and all that. So yeah, I don't know, but it is kind of interesting. But yeah, I like Pepsi over Coke. I do like Pepsi over Coke, but just like Coke, I don't know what classifies as a Pepsi. I don't know if Dr. Pepper is a Pepsi. I'm not sure, but I don't know, But yeah, anywho, so we got the CFO and all that. They're both talking, and it literally goes on for a long time. Like, it really does. Like it took, like, I wanted to go to bed a little bit early last night because I didn't sleep well I was tired this morning and all that. So, yesterday morning and all that. Like, when I woke up, I was just super tired and didn't have a whole lot of energy, so I decided to go to bed a little bit early last night, and I didn't know that call was gonna take so long. I didn't want to fast forward it, but yeah, it took forever, and yeah, it was very painful to talk about. And another thing I will say that Bob Iger won't shut up about, like, throughout the entire thing, he keeps talking about bringing up Hulu and all of that, and like the deals and stuff. Like, he keeps bringing it up, and yeah, sometimes people are asking about those questions, but then then he just randomly brings it up sometimes, because he's stalling. The guy's freaking stalling and trying to pass the time down until the calls are over and all that. And yeah, we really don't know much about Hulu. Disney is the one saying that they're going to pay $8 something billion for it. They're going to pay $8 something billion. We don't know exactly how much they're going to pay for it. We don't. Because that's what they're wanting to pay for. But they didn't bring up Comcast or anything like that. They brought up Comcast a little bit, but they didn't really say that Comcast was doing this or that, So, yeah, there's that, and I heard people saying, too, that once Disney gains complete control over Hulu, whether they exterminate it or not by getting rid of the platform and, combining it with Disney Plus or not, that's still on the question. But I do know that people are saying that, like, once they do gain control of Hulu, they're gonna turn it into like a cable-ish platform, like, or something like that. Is what I hear, because they're gonna turn it into a platform where they're gonna have cable channels and all that. And I won't be buying it because I don't want to give Disney my money when they keep making these dumb choices like this and all that. I probably wouldn't even pay for cable anyway. It's expensive. It really is expensive and all that. But I really don't know. Like the thing is too, with the cable thing, if that does actually happen, which I'm not gonna probably buy it because I wouldn't give Disney my money for that, because I don't want to. I mean, it's one thing to buy a movie or something occasionally, but I wouldn't actually go out there and actually pay every month or something like that, and all that when they keep censoring stuff all the time. But I do know that once they lose, once Comcast loses the control over Hulu and all, they're probably going to take all their channels off there. All their channels are probably going to be gone. And once they're gone, that means Disney will probably only have their set of channels. So what I think is what people are talking about with the whole Hulu thing is, because right now they have live TV and all that. It's kind of like cable in a way. It's kind of like cable, but that means that you're gonna be getting less channels for that stuff and all that. And I don't know, because I do know they own ABC Family. They own which I'll be talking about that in a second, because that's something I was wanting to ask, but which I'll get to in a second. But they also are, they own FX. They own I don't think they own all of National Geographic. I do know they own most of it. And the History Channel, I don't know if they own all of that or not. I do know they own some of that too, but I don't think I think they actually own less of the History Channel than the National Geographic, but they own a lot of channels, but a lot of these channels don't have a whole lot of good stuff coming from them anymore and all that, and yeah, it's definitely kind of a problem there and all that, but I want to get back to the whole ABC Family and all that thing, because I don't think they asked this question that I'm aware of. I can't remember if they did or not, but I know that people on the phone didn't ask it, but I was wondering if anybody who was watching, that woman at the beginning was asking it or not, but I will say this, that Bob Iger has gone completely silent on either selling off ABC Family or keeping it and all that, and I'm surprised no one asked that question, because I feel that's a big thing, because Bob Iger was, no, you know what I think? I think he did. I think the woman did ask that. She did ask that, but I think Bob Iger responded and said that, about not selling it off or something like that. I don't really know. It was really hard to keep track of everything they said, because it went on for over an hour. But I do know that Bob Iger did clarify he was going to sell ABC Family off. They were talking about selling that off and all of that, and now they're not doing it. They're not doing it now, which is kind of concerning, because we do know they were struggling with their movies. We know that, and we don't, and I know most of their movies have been flops this year. Most of them have been flops, and the ones that did good did not do the best. Elemental was did all right, but it didn't get back to the numbers they were wanting and all that, and that goes for Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and all that, and Bob Iger did bring that up too quite a few times. He brought up that he was bringing up that those movies and all that were, and he brought up the Little Mermaid movie, which, by the way, that movie did not do very well. I don't think. I know a lot of people hated that movie because it kind of destroyed. It was just, I remember people saying it was boring, or people saying it took out elements that made the original so good and all that. So yeah, it did look pretty beautiful by footage that I saw, but I could say that probably about a lot of them. A lot of them do look pretty good, but minus The Lion King, that one did not look the best. But yeah, I don't know. But I do know a lot of people did not like that movie. I know that movie did not do the best and all that. And he just brought up 3 movies, 3 movies that year. I think he brought up. He did bring up Avatar, 2 from the last year and all that, but technically that movie was already coming out before he was even in charge and all that again, because Chapek was still in charge at that time. But I'm surprised they didn't bring up Chapek at all in this. I was expecting to hear something about Chapek or something in this earnings call, but I did not hear anything like that. So yeah. But yeah, there's just a whole lot going on and all that, and it's just a lot of the stuff ain't that good. Like it really isn't. Like it doesn't sound like Disney is really gonna change anything and all that, and they just keep making the same stupid mistakes and all that, and they do have movies that are good here and there, but they don't have a whole lot that's really that good. And all that. Apparently, they announced there's 2 Marvel movies coming out next year. There's Deadpool 3 and the Wolverine. But I thought Deadpool 3. I thought they said that one got delayed. But I don't know. I don't really know what's going on with the Disney company anymore. It's literally like just I don't even know. But yeah, there's two Marvel movies that are being released next year. And that's it. So they really are kind of cutting back on that. But one thing I am going to bring up, I talked about ABC Family, and I've talked about the Fox purchase thing back then, but I still think they need to sell that off. Like, I was actually thinking about getting into the earnings call and calling them, but I'm like, you know what? I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I probably better not do that because I don't feel like, they would have... I probably would have gotten a lot of that answered and all that, so I didn't even bother really doing anything with that. But I think they should just sell off Fox. They have no idea what they're doing with the brand and all that. They don't know what they're doing with it. And like I said with The Simpsons and all that, they're freaking destroying it and all. And The Simpsons I heard was already kind of going downhill and all that. I mean, I still think there's some good Simpsons episodes. I see some more recent ones from a couple years ago. I know I seen one where Bart and Homer and the family were all like in a wilderness or something like that. And then there was this one gag where Homer is using the bathroom and the bear needs to go. It's pretty funny, but I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't like the decisions that they're making and all that with them. But yeah, they really don't know what they're doing with Fox. They really don't have much of an idea. I mean, they have some movies coming out here and there, but a lot of them are freaking just garbage. A lot of them have been garbage. They've been awful. But I'm gonna tell you guys the Ice Age 6 movie, Adventures of Buck Wild. That movie was freaking awful. It was not it didn't trash on anything, but it was just so boring, and the animation was ugly on it. It was and all the voice actors were recast and all that. It was just really bad. And then I mean, there's other movies too that are that have been not very good and all that. Like there's the Diary of the Wimpy Kid movies. Those are people are not enjoying those that much and all that. And the way I've been hearing people saying it, and the way it's been looking, is it's just retrends of the live action version. So they're just remaking them with CGI and all that. So I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen them, but that's just what I'm going off of. But I don't know. I just know there has not been a lot of great movies and all that. A lot of them have been doing horrible and all that. And yeah, Avatar 2 did do well, but that's one movie that did super well. The rest of them are not doing the best. And I heard a movie called Free Guy that was part of the 20th Century Fox thing, but even then, I hear that movie that one did not do that movie did. I mean though, I heard people. Well, I don't hear people talking about it, so I really don't know, but this is just this is one of those things where I feel like a company like Disney was better off not buying, because they bought it, their stock is, I mean, they're in debt. They really are. They already were having to borrow a lot of money as it is when they bought, because they had to borrow a lot of money when they bought Fox, and then when COVID-19 hit, they had to borrow a lot more and all that. And speaking of COVID-19, this is actually bullshit, but Bob Iger actually brought up COVID-19 and all that, and said that basically telling how people are people that it's still messing up their company, which is freaking bullshit, because Because, like, other companies are recovering from it already, so why can't Disney recover too? I mean, Universal, that they freaking have released, like, even like last year, because that's where the whole Avatar thing came, and they were like, Bob Iger was bringing that up, but I'm like, freaking, it's bullshit, because that same year, we had, like, Universal had some pretty big bangers and all. I mean, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish came out that year. So did The Bad Guys. That movie did really well, and so did the Illumination movie. The Minions: Rise of Gru. That movie did well, and that goes for a lot of other movies they made too, like the Jurassic World movies and all that. So yeah, there's a lot of them that did well, and then Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers actually had some movies that were pretty good too, like the Scooby-Doo movies and all that. So clearly Disney can't use that excuse and all that. It's just freaking stupid. It's really stupid and all that, and I don't freaking get why they're doing that and all that. It's just them using as a freaking excuse and all that for that kind of stuff. Yeah, some movies had to get pushed back, but they're freaking just using that excuse and all that, and saying that, and Bob Iger saying the employees and all that, or I don't know they were saying they weren't focusing or something like that. I don't know. It was freaking stupid. But yeah, that's just a bunch of bullshit is what that is. But I don't know. But I just wanted to bring that up because he did say that. But yeah, that's kind of the whole. That's the thing with the Fox thing and all that. Yeah, they really don't know what they're doing with that either. And yeah, and Bob Iger also brought up that they're basically they're talking about just putting like one of the shows, which was I forgot what it was called. It was called 911. Is what it was. That one's going to ABC, even though it was a Fox show and all that. So they have no idea what they're doing with Fox. They really don't. And they have pretty much destroyed the brand at this point. They destroyed the brand. They have, like I mentioned this in the past, they made all these dumb sequels to movies and basically kind of trashed on some of them and all that, and then we had, and then they also made, they also had Blue Sky. They shut Blue Sky down and all that, and they're talking about now shutting down Hulu and just merging it with Disney Plus, which is bad because I hear that Hulu is a very profitable, streaming platform. If they shut that down and merge it with Disney Plus, then they destroy another part of Fox they got by buying it. So they've already blown a lot of money on it as it is. They overspent on it way too much, causing the Walt Disney Company to get put in debt, and then now we're at because they had to borrow a lot of money, and then COVID hit and all that, and you could argue that COVID again could have caused a lot of that, but they still should have spent $71 billion on it. They didn't even need it. They didn't need freaking Fox. Because they already had all these other studios and all. They didn't need Fox. They just wanted it so they could expand their library and all that. That's the only reason why Bob Iger wanted it. And yeah, I mean, at this point, I don't know what they're gonna do with Fox. They need to shut it down too. I don't know. They needed to sell it off. That's what they needed. They needed to sell it off. They were talking, like I said, about, at the beginning of the video, they were talking about, Bob Iger was talking about himself, not the Disney company itself, but Bob Iger was mentioning selling off ABC or FX or National Geographic or something like that, but he was talking about selling off assets from them and all that, but now all that crap has gone to silence, so I don't really know what's going on with the company at this point. It's one of those things that's just kind of, it's one of those things where you just kind of, you gotta let it go and all that, and I guess wait for, results, I guess. I don't really know. I mean, like I said, this is kind of another reason why I don't really follow a lot of this crap anymore, because a lot of times Disney makes decisions, they back down on it or something like that. and it's just freaking bullshit. But I really don't know. But I really don't know what to say here. So I'm gonna say this earnings call it freaking sucked. Like no one really got to call anybody like call them like they wanted. There was like 4 people, like 3 or 4 people got to call because Bob Iger was running his mouth and wouldn't shut up. He just kept talking and all about the same stuff over and over again, and I'm just like, it really sucked. I mean, I knew it was gonna suck anyway, but I was at least hoping people would have been able to answer some questions, or get some questions answered, or more so, just have people get their questions out there so people can look at this Disney company and look at it more and invest it in more and see like what the hell they're doing, because they don't feel like they have a plan at all. But I don't really know. But I do know Nelson Peltz and all that. Like they brought that up and all. They brought Nelson Peltz up and all that. And I'm just like, but he didn't even say anything about. Bob Iger didn't even say anything about Nelson Peltz buying up stock and all. He kind of pushed it aside. He talked a little bit about it, but he basically just pushed it aside. That's what he does with questions like this stuff. Because this guy does not care about the company at all. And I've heard people saying that he had like some sort of illness or something that he discovered in like June or July or something like that. But the thing is, though, like, he's been doing this crap for years now, and it's ridiculous. But I really don't know. But at this point, I'm going to probably go ahead and just let this go, because I really don't know how much else to say about it. But, yeah, this earnings call is freaking garbage. It was really hard to sit through, Bob Iger did do somewhat well with some of the stuff, but for the most part, he just kept talking, repeating the same crap over and over again. It doesn't feel like they had much of a plan of anything. He announced a couple movies here and there, but that's really about it. Like, I really don't know, but I'm gonna go ahead and probably let this go. But see you all next time. I guess tell me what you guys think about the earnings call and all that. Anywho, bye bye.